Ladies and gentlemen, when we talk about learning English, many people think it's only about grammar, vocabulary, and rules. But I believe it's much more than that. Language is not just a tool for speaking, it's a bridge that connects hearts, minds, and opportunities. And in relationships, whether personal, social, or professional, this bridge can change your life. Don't just learn English to pass a test. Learn it to build bridges, to share your thoughts, to deepen your connections. Because when you can express yourself in a language that the world understands, you open the door not just to opportunities, but to meaningful relationships. Language is far more than a collection of words and rules. It is one of the most powerful tools we have as human beings to connect, influence, and build understanding. When we think about learning English, it is easy to imagine classrooms, grammar books, and vocabulary lists. But in reality, English, like any language, is a living, breathing bridge that can carry your thoughts, feelings, and personality from one heart to another. This is especially true when it comes to relationships, both personal and professional. A relationship is built on communication, and communication is built on the ability to express and understand. English, being one of the most widely spoken languages in the world, gives you a bridge that can reach more people from more places with more perspectives than perhaps any other single language today. Imagine meeting someone from another country who doesn't speak your native language. Without a shared means of communication, even if you have kindness and respect for each other, you might struggle to connect. But if you share English, even at a basic level, suddenly you can exchange ideas, tell stories, and understand one another's emotions. That ability can turn strangers into friends, business contacts into partners, and brief encounters into lifelong bonds. In this way, learning English is not only an academic skill, it is a social investment. It is something that pays off not just in your career, but in your human connections. When you speak a language someone else understands, you do more than pass information. You send a message that you care enough to meet them halfway, to make the effort to communicate in a way that is comfortable for them. This effort alone can strengthen relationships. For example, in business, clients or colleagues from other countries often appreciate the effort you make to speak in their language. It shows respect and adaptability, and it makes working together smoother. In personal relationships, speaking English can allow you to share experiences, humor, and emotions in ways that might not be possible through translation alone. Another reason English is such a strong bridge is that it gives you access to shared cultural references. Many movies, songs, books, and global conversations happen in English. When you can understand and participate in these, you have more common ground with people from different backgrounds. This shared ground makes building relationships easier because it gives you topics to discuss and experiences to relate to. Even small things, like discussing a popular movie or quoting a common phrase, can spark connection and familiarity. It's important to remember that relationships thrive on understanding, not on perfection. When learning English, people often become too focused on speaking flawlessly and avoid conversations out of fear of making mistakes. But relationships are built on sincerity and effort, not flawless grammar. Even if your sentences are not perfect, the other person will notice your willingness to connect and will value it. In fact, many lasting friendships and business partnerships have begun with imperfect but heartfelt communication. The point is to get your message across and to listen well, not to sound like a textbook. By seeing English as a bridge rather than just a subject, your motivation to learn becomes deeper. It's no longer about memorizing rules. It's about unlocking the ability to share yourself with more of the world. It's about having the freedom to understand others without the limits of language barriers. And when you realize that every new word you learn can open a new door to understanding someone else's world, learning becomes a joy instead of a chore. In the end, learning English is an act of connection. It's choosing to open yourself to more voices, more stories, more relationships. It's choosing to step into a wider world where your ability to communicate can build trust, understanding, and even love across cultures. And in a world where relationships are one of our greatest treasures, that is a bridge worth building. When it comes to learning English, many people feel overwhelmed. because they believe they need to master everything before they can peak. They think they must know perfect grammar, a wide vocabulary, and a flawless accent before starting a conversation. This mindset holds them back for years. The truth is, you do not need to be perfect to communicate. You only need the courage to start. The real progress comes not from giant leaps, but from small, consistent steps taken every single day. Learning English is like building a relationship with a person. At first, it might feel awkward. You may not know the right words to say, and you might make mistakes. But just as relationships grow stronger when you spend time together, your connection with the language grows stronger when you practice it daily. Even if you only learn 5 new words in a day, or spend 10 minutes listening to a conversation in English, these small investments accumulate over time into something powerful. Many people make the mistake of waiting for the perfect moment to start, when they have more free time, when they finish a course, when they buy new learning materials. But the perfect moment never comes. The right time to start is always now, and the right way to start is always small. If you keep telling yourself that you will begin tomorrow, tomorrow will keep moving further away. Small daily actions are more effective than occasional bursts of effort. Imagine going to the gym for 8 hours in one day. You would exhaust yourself and probably not return for weeks. But if you went for 20 minutes every day, you would see consistent improvement. The same is true for English. If you read a short article every morning, listen to a podcast while cooking, or have a quick chat in English once a day, your brain stays engaged with the language. Over weeks and months, these small habits will transform your confidence. Consistency also helps you stay connected to your motivation. Every time you complete a small English-related task, you experience a sense of achievement. These little wins encourage you to keep going. For example, learning how to introduce yourself confidently might seem simple, but the first time you use it in a real conversation, it will feel like a huge milestone. Each success builds the confidence to take the next step, and before you know it, you'll be speaking more freely without even realizing how far you've come. Another important thing to remember is that mistakes are part of the process. Many learners are afraid of looking foolish, so they avoid speaking. But mistakes are not signs of failure. They are signs of progress. Every error you make teaches you something new. Think of it like learning to ride a bicycle. You might fall many times, but each fall teaches you how to balance better next time. The same is true for English. If you avoid speaking because you fear mistakes, you delay your growth. If you speak despite mistakes, you accelerate it. Starting small also gives you space to enjoy the journey. When you don't pressure yourself to become fluent overnight, you can appreciate every little improvement. Maybe you understand a joke in a movie for the first time, or you order food in English without hesitation. These moments bring joy and remind you why you started in the first place: to connect, to communicate, to grow. In relationships, whether personal or professional, the same principle applies. You don't build trust in one big gesture. You build it through small, consistent actions over time. Similarly, your fluency will not come from one intense week of study, but from daily interaction with the language. Each small effort strengthens your ability to express yourself and connect with others in meaningful ways. So don't wait for perfection before you start. Speak the words you know today. Read what you can today. Listen to what you can today. Over time, those small efforts will lead to big results. And you'll look back amazed at how far you've come, all because you started small and stayed consistent. When most people think about learning English, they imagine long hours with textbooks, memorizing grammar rules, and repeating vocabulary lists. While these tools can be useful, they are not the only way to learn, and in many cases, they are not the most effective. The truth is, language is alive, and it grows best in real-life situations. If you truly want to make English a part of your life, you must learn it through connection, not just books. Think about how you learned your first language. You didn't sit down with a grammar guide as a child. You learned by listening, imitating, asking questions, and interacting with the people around you. Every conversation was a lesson, every story was practice, and every mistake was a step forward. This is exactly how you should approach English. When you interact with others, you're not just memorizing words, you're understanding how those words are used in different situations, tones, and emotions.
A word in a textbook might have a definition, but in a conversation it carries feeling, intention, and sometimes even humor. You can't fully learn that from a page, you learn it by experiencing it in real exchanges with people.
Relationships provide the best classroom for language learning because they give you a reason to use the language. If you're talking to a friend, colleague, or even someone you've just met, you're motivated to express yourself clearly and understand them well. That motivation pushes you to find the right words, listen closely, and pay attention to how they respond. This kind of learning stays with you longer than anything you memorize in isolation. One powerful way to learn through connection is to surround yourself with people who speak English or are also learning it. If you have friends or colleagues who use English in their daily lives, spend time with them, join discussions, even if you only contribute a few sentences at first. Don't be afraid to ask, how do you say this? Or what does that mean? Most people will appreciate your interest and help you improve. Even online relationships can help. Social media groups, video calls, or language exchange platforms can connect you with people from around the world. In these interactions, you're not just learning English, you're learning about other cultures, perspectives, and ways of thinking. This cultural understanding makes you a better communicator because language is not just about words, it's about connection. Another benefit of learning through connection is that it helps you remember better. If you learn a word while reading a book, you might forget it in a few days. But if you learn the same word while having a meaningful conversation, you're more likely to remember it because you connect it with a person, a story, or an emotion. Those personal associations make your learning deeper and more lasting. Of course, books, courses, and structured lessons have their place. They can give you a foundation and help you understand the rules. But the real growth happens when you take that knowledge and use it in real life. Just as knowing the steps to dance doesn't make you a dancer until you actually dance, knowing the rules of English doesn't make you a fluent speaker until you actually speak. In relationships, communication is the thread that holds everything together. If you want to strengthen that thread, you need to practice using it, not just studying it. A meaningful conversation in English can teach you more about expression, tone, and timing than hours of silent study. And each conversation makes you more confident, more comfortable, and more connected. So step out of the classroom mindset and step into the world. Talk to people, share your thoughts, ask questions, listen carefully. Let your relationships become your teacher. You'll find that when you learn English through connection, the language becomes more than words, it becomes a living part of who you are. When it comes to speaking English, many people hold themselves back because they believe they need to sound perfect before they can truly communicate. They worry about their accent, their pronunciation, or making grammatical mistakes. But here's the truth. In real communication, especially in building relationships, your confidence matters far more than your perfection. People remember how you made them feel, not whether every sentence you spoke was grammatically flawless. Confidence in language is like trust in relationships. It builds bridges where rules and structures alone cannot. You might have all the vocabulary in the world, but if you are too afraid to use it, it stays locked inside you. On the other hand, even with limited vocabulary, if you speak with confidence, people will listen, try to understand, and respect your effort. This is because communication is an exchange of intent and emotion, not just words. In relationships, whether personal, professional, or even casual, confidence sends a powerful message. It tells the other person, I believe in myself enough to share my thoughts with you. That belief makes others more willing to engage with you, help you, and even overlook your mistakes. They see your willingness to try, and in many cases, that effort touches them more than flawless speech ever could. Think about moments when you've met someone who spoke your native language imperfectly, but did so with a smile, steady voice, and genuine interest in connecting with you. You probably didn't focus on their errors. You focused on their warmth, courage, and sincerity. This is exactly how others feel when you speak English with confidence. The words may not be perfect, but the connection is real, and that's what matters. Confidence also changes the way you learn. When you approach conversations with courage, you open yourself to feedback, corrections, and new expressions without feeling ashamed. You see mistakes as part of the process instead of proof of failure. Every time you try, you get a little better, and every improvement boosts your self-belief. This creates a positive cycle. The more you speak, the more confident you become, and the more confident you become, the more you speak. One of the biggest challenges in learning English is overcoming the voice in your head that says, "What if I say it wrong?" You must replace that question with, "What if I say nothing at all?" Because silence will never improve your skills or your relationships. Words spoken imperfectly are still better than words never spoken. People cannot connect with thoughts you keep locked inside. In fact, confidence can make people more patient and understanding with you. They can sense when you're genuinely trying to share something important. They lean in, listen more carefully, and sometimes even help you find the right words. This shared effort strengthens the relationship because you're not just speaking to be correct, you're speaking to connect. It's also worth noting that confidence is not arrogance. It's not about pretending you know everything. It's about being comfortable enough to try, even when you don't have all the answers. True confidence in language is humble. It says, "I may not speak perfectly, but I am willing to learn, to listen, and to engage with you." This humility invites others to open up as well, making the conversation richer and more meaningful. So, if you want to improve your English and your relationships at the same time, focus on building confidence over chasing perfection. Practice speaking in safe environments first, with friends, online communities, or even to yourself in the mirror. The more you hear your own voice in English, the less strange it will feel. Then gradually bring that confidence into new conversations, even with strangers. In the end, people will forget small mistakes, but they will never forget the way you made them feel heard, valued, and respected. Confidence makes you memorable, and in relationships, being remembered for your sincerity and courage is far more valuable than being remembered for perfect grammar. Speak boldly and let your confidence carry your message, because that is how you truly connect. In the end, learning English is not simply about mastering a language. It is about opening doors to connection, understanding, and opportunity. It is about building bridges that allow you to share your thoughts, your feelings, and your ideas with people from all walks of life. When you start small and stay consistent, when you choose connection over isolation, and when you speak with confidence instead of waiting for perfection, you are not just learning words, you are learning to reach people. Relationships, whether personal or professional, thrive on communication. Every sentence you speak, every conversation you attempt, and every effort you make to express yourself in English strengthens that bond. Mistakes will happen, but they are signs of growth, not weakness. What matters most is the willingness to try, to listen, and to connect. So take that first step today. Speak the words you know, learn the words you don't, and keep going until English becomes a natural part of who you are. Because in the end, the true reward of learning English is not just fluency, it is the relationships you build and the lives you touch along the way.